Good morning. All right. I slept great last night. I laid down about 7:30, and I was out. And then I woke up at 10:30, said, "Oh man, I didn't film an outro." And I filmed that barely. And I haven't looked at the footage yet. It's probably incoherent, but I laid back down and I was out till about 7:30 this morning. When you get older, you wake up a million times throughout the night, so I definitely did that. But I guess my body needed the rest. I called it an early day yesterday, and this tent site sucks, by the way. I would keep moving from Griffith Lake. The mosquitoes are just relentless. Every time I open my door, like 10 come in, and I smacked one, and my tent has blood on it, and it's just, just go past Griffith Lake. Unless it's like the fall or spring and there's no mosquitoes. All the mosquitoes in the fall and spring are still in hell where they should be. But yeah, I was like, I'm gonna edit videos, have a nice dinner. Nah, my body said nope, and I went to sleep. I don't sleep well in the hostels anymore. It has nothing to do with the hostels. It's just I think I've become more comfortable sleeping in the woods. But yes, doing such a short day yesterday, I kind of screwed up my plan for today. So now my options are 9.2 to the next lake. I can't remember, it don't matter, but or a random tent site along the way. Or there's Bully Brook, which is 16 miles out, give or take a tenth of a mile. And that has tent sites by it, apparently. But there's people ahead of me, so they might fill up. But I'll risk it. I just need enough tent space for my body, I don't need the whole tent area, just my body. But it's only 2,000 foot elevation gain and loss to there, which out here basically means it's flat today. So I think I'm gonna push for that. It's like 8:30 right now. I'll roll out of here by like 9:15. It's just a beautiful morning. Nice, really cool breeze blowing through, and birds are chirping. It's just a great, beautiful morning, and I'm just hanging out in my tent, drinking the coffee. And water situation's a little weird here too. I'm gonna have to filter out of the pond today, the lake, whatever they call it. I don't like doing that, as I think of the movie Cabin Fever, where they all get the flesh-eating bacteria and the girl's lips are falling off and stuff. So lakes freak me out. Some people get scared by the ocean. I feel at home in the ocean. A shark wants me. Shark's gonna get me. I'd be honored to be chosen now. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna hike on today, see what the day brings. I don't really have a plan. I have 2 destinations to go to. I could, see how I feel. Can't think of anything else to report on, and today's gonna be a great day. Wasn't the best setup. Setting up a trekking pole tent on a tent platform is tough. But just such a perfect morning. It's not hot. It feels like a nice fall day. Like there's a crisp, chill breeze. The sun is shining, but not too brightly. It's just a great fall morning in July. All right, it's a pretty good spot. I make the trekking pole tents work on the platform, but I think my next tent will be a freestanding tent. I'm just gonna go back to using a walking stick, because even my trekking poles, I hold them together in one hand, so I really only need one pole. And yeah, there was nothing wrong with the walking stick. And the freestanding tent, it's just easier out here. I've seen like flat rocks I could have set up on and stuff, so I find it pretty. Damn skeeter got me right in the head. And what the hell is that shape supposed to be? Who decides this? These groups need to get young people. Breathtaking, isn't it? I am out of breath. I was just trying to hold my breath so you can get a feel for how quiet it is. Man, I did some damage smoking. Don't smoke, kids. Nah, do what you gotta do. Free will. Do whatever you gotta do. You'll learn. Or you won't. Unbelievable. It's like a nice misty breeze. Smells earthy, piney, a little dirty. You know the best way to describe it? It's like, it smells like a hippie that just took a shower. You know, it's still kind of grimy, but it smells fresh. Yeah, that's what it smells like out here right now. And if you've smelt that, you know what I'm talking about. A little musty, you know, earthy, but clean. That's the air here. How amazing. You could just, that's just layers of earth. This is a timeline of the earth. These layers. It's just mind-boggling. This was all sea level one day. Crazy. Every layer is a story. And it makes that. The story makes that. Mental. Our lives are so short. The days are long, but the years are short. We're just like a grain of sand in the history of everything. All of humanity. All of humanity. Even the future. The next 10,000 years of future. It seems like a long time to us, but it's nothing in the great scheme of all this. We're going to come and go. All this is going to come and go, rearrange, and new species are going to pop out of nowhere. It's amazing. So you just gotta live. We're so fortunate to be alive in this time, right now. We're at a time in history. Actually, we're in a country which is in a time in history where we could walk away from life. We're not working in some fields. We're not. How privileged are we compared to our ancestors that we could just wander off and do this? Not, anyone can, even if you think you can't, but it depends on what you want in life. If you want to keep that house and car and stuff, you want to keep your stuff. If you're okay with getting rid of all your stuff. Wow. Fishy lake water is not the ideal, but gotta do what you gotta do. I was just having a moment where I was thinking back to when I was in entertainment and it was my job, and I was making good money. And I remember everyone was like, "Gotta get a real job. You gotta get a career. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know, what if you have a family one day?" And you know, and I gave up my dreams because of other people telling me, "Gotta get a job. You gotta be miserable like us. You gotta be unhappy like us." I look back, I was making $40 an hour in 2007, and in hindsight, granted, you only worked a couple hours a day, a couple days a week, but I was making more than these adults at the time were at their regular job, where they were unhappy telling me to get a real job. Like, it was paying me real cash, which made it a real job, but I gave it all up because I did what everyone told me I had to do. And that was to work. And then 15 miserable years later in the food industry, took drinking myself to death, coming out to attempt this trail to make me realize that they were wrong. You know, it's like, what's the point in worrying about the future if you don't even want to live today, you know? And I gave up my dreams because miserable adults told me that their dream, their path in life was the right way. And then I like look back and I'm like, what do I have to show for it? You know, I don't own a house. I don't have a family. I don't have a new car. You know, but what I'm starting to have is happiness. Again, it's crazy, you know. And now, like this, the YouTube, it doesn't pay me enough to live by far, you know, but it pays me enough to just finish this trail. Pays me a little bit enough to hike. It does. It's like $400 a month. You can't pay your bills off that, you know. But it's like, now I go back to doing what makes me happy, entertaining, and I'm getting paid again, you know. And it's just, and then I have a few people that are like, "What about your future? You got to get a job. You got to do this. You got to do that." One, I own a business, you know. But two, yeah, I don't know. Let's say, it's just crazy to think what could have been had I stuck with puppetry and children's entertainment, or just general entertainment. You know, as I was getting little things here and there, being extras in movies and stuff. I'm not saying I would have been a movie star or anything, but I could have had a career in entertainment. But it didn't fit other people's standards of living. And they peer pressured me into not living the life I wanted to live. And now I've lost 15 years. I've lost my 20s and my earlier 30s pursuing this life that miserable motherfuckers told me I needed to live. Man. And now it's like I'm starting to realize out here, and I've been realizing it, it's time to live my life. It's time to live my truth, my light, what makes me happy. It's time to do what I want to do. You know, we have free will for a reason. And I'm done living by other people's will. That's it. I do what I got to do to survive. But, yeah, and it's crazy. Like, now I'm an adult. And it's changed to, like, ooh, why don't you have a career? You know, and it's like, damn, man, you just can't win no matter what age you are. So, yeah, from now on, I'm done living by other people's rules. What you would call the norms of society. Done with it. All that waste of time. My 20s, I should have been building an empire and getting laid and stuff, you know. Instead I was working, making other people rich. All because I listened to other people, you know. God. There's nothing you could do about it. The time has passed, but don't let the proletariat pull you down to their level. Yeah. I do believe it's time for a snack. Been doing a lot of snacking lately.
I forgot what cruise line. It is Carnival.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were like, here's some free tickets, throw it on the radio.
I just had a black and white bee sting me for no reason. I don't know if I'm allergic. I've only been stung one other time in my life. I think my adrenaline's pumping just because it freaked me out. That was messed up. That really, really hurts. Why? Why did it do that? I was literally just walking and I felt a super bad, sharp, burning pain. Messed up. I felt a super sharp burning pain and it was a black and white bee. Over the winter I got stung by a paper wasp. And I was going through the motions in my head, like if I'm allergic or not. But I felt like shit after I got stung by the paper wasp. So I really don't know. Scary. My adrenaline's pumping, but I think it was just because of the situation. I don't know. Terrible. I was just minding my own business. Maybe it was the DEET. Annoyed it or something. Man, that son bitch got me good. Oy vey. You gonna be good for me? There we go. Oh, say. Alright, I stopped and soaked my ankle for a little while. It is on fire and throbbing, and it's been about an hour, so yeah, brutal. We're only doing a small day today anyway. I'm kind of hiking around someone named Supernova, and she's been doing short days, and she's cool, so I'm like, I'll do short days, and like I wasn't doing short days anyway. What do you think that was? It's 100% man-made. I only say man as like human-made, you know what I mean? I wonder what that was. It's kind of all poison ivy, so I don't want to like climb in and see. What could that have been? It's definitely not natural. Well, and those are, barrels, rungs, whatever. Leave me alone, bitch. Damn. It is a full house tonight. That's annoying. Let's see what we got in here. Whoa. Locals here. Uh-oh. Rut row.
Step one.
fish, Betty.
Basically, I have like 10 miles.
Okay.
Well, 5 miles is late. Whoever you got, mom, dad, you guys. Awesome. I want my call.
The ASMR.
All right, folks. Well, that is a wrap. Another day of hiking the AT. Another day of this wacky adventure. I'm at the Little Rock Pond Shelter. It was only a 9.1 mile day today. Yeah, just didn't feel like hiking. The bee sting did me in. I was gonna push further, but it was the bee sting, and then I was like, I'm done. Tomorrow, I'm just gonna hike on. No destination. See what the day brings. Haven't even looked at tomorrow yet. And yeah, there's people trying to relax in their tents. I'm not going to disturb them any longer. Time to wrap this crap up. Today was a great day. I hope you had a great day. You're all great, and God is great. And please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow, you sexy, sexy people. I love each and every one of you. And yeah, see you later. Have a great night. Bye.